Hi there, future scientists and math wizards. Welcome to Smile Road. I'm Sir M, and I created this channel just for you, senior high school students looking to make science and math easier, clearer, and yes, even more fun. On Smile Road, we explore exciting lessons in general science, solve real life problems in general mathematics, and learn how these subjects connect to the world around us, from floating boats to your monthly budget. Each meeting, I'll guide you through lessons using simple explanations, real life examples, and even a few challenges to keep your brain sharp. Whether you're reviewing for exams, catching up on class topics, or just curious about how the world works, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning adventures here on Smile Road. So, are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's walk the road of knowledge with a smile. Our lesson number 54 is about energy loss in homes, school, local businesses, and other parts of society. Understanding energy loss in daily life. Energy loss happens when the electricity or fuel we use is not fully converted into useful work. Instead, some of it is wasted as heat, sound, or light that isn't needed. In homes, leaving lights, TVs, or air conditioners on when not in use, using old appliances that consume more electricity, not unplugging chargers that aren't charging anymore. In schools, keeping computers, fans, projectors running even when classrooms are empty, using light bulbs during the day instead of using natural light, poor insulation in rooms, causing loss of uh, cooled or heated air. In local businesses, using outdated lighting like incandescent bulbs instead of LEDs. Refrigerators or freezers with damaged seals wasting energy. Not turning off machines and equipment after business hours. In society, street lights that are on during the day. Public buildings with inefficient heating or cooling systems. Traffic lights and signs not upgraded to energy-saving models. Why it matters? Wasting energy increases electric bills, puts more demand on power plants, and adds to environmental problems like pollution and climate change. What can we do? Use energy-efficient appliances and LED lights. Turn off and unplug devices when not needed. Use energy light, natural light, and ventilation when possible. Encourage others to do the same at home, school, and work. Energy is essential in our daily lives, whether it's powering lights in classrooms, running machines in factories, keeping our food cold in refrigerators, or even charging our phones. But not all the energy we pay for gets used efficiently. A lot of it is lost along the way, often without us noticing. What is energy loss? Energy loss means that part of the energy we use is wasted instead of doing useful work. This happens because of inefficiencies in appliances, poor maintenance, and environmental factors. For example, A. When an old electric fan gets hot after running for a while, some of the electrical energy is turning in unwanted heat instead of air movement. Letter B. In schools with broken windows or open doors while the air conditioner is on, cool air escapes and the AC uses more energy to maintain the temperature. Letter C. In businesses, machines that are not serviced regularly may consume more power and work less efficiently. Common causes of energy loss. Number one, heat loss. In buildings, heat escapes through thin walls and windows or roofs without insulation. Number two, inefficient appliances. Old or damaged appliances use more energy for the same job. Number three, standby power. Devices left plugged in, like chargers and TVs, still use small amounts of electricity even when turned off. Number four, poor maintenance. Dirty air filters, unlubricated machines, and faulty wiring cause more energy to be wasted. Transmission loss. Energy is also lost when electricity travels through power lines due to resistance. Why does it matter? Wasted energy means higher electricity bills for homes, schools, and businesses. It leads to greater demand on power plants, which can increase pollution and carbon emissions. Saving energy means saving money and protecting the environment. How can we reduce energy loss? Okay, so turn off lights and appliances when not in use. Maintain equipment regularly for better efficiency. Use energy efficient appliances like LED bulbs and inverter type air conditioners. Improve insulation in buildings to keep heat in cool during cool weather and out during hot weather. And educate others about smart energy habits. Key takeaway. Energy loss is something we can all help reduce by being aware of where and how energy is wasted, and by making small changes in our habits. We can make a big difference for our wallets and for the planets. What is energy loss again? Energy loss happens when energy is used inefficiently or wasted before it can perform useful work. It can occur through heat, light, sound, or mechanical inefficiencies. Number two, common causes of energy loss. In homes, poor insulation. Heat escapes during cold months or enters during hot months, leaving lights and appliances on when not needed. Old, inefficient appliances that consume more electricity. Letter B, in schools, overuse of air conditioning or electric fans, lights left on in unused classrooms, computers or projectors running when not in use. Letter C, local businesses using outdated equipment or machinery, poor maintenance of cooling or heating systems, leaks in refrigeration systems. Letter D, in society or public areas, street lights running during daylight, energy loss in long-distance power transmission, inefficient public transportation systems. Number 3, effects of energy loss. higher costs. More money is spent on electricity and fuel. Environmental impact. More fossil fuels are burned, leading to higher greenhouse gas emissions. Resource depletion. Natural resources are consumed faster. Number 4, how to reduce energy loss. Use energy efficient appliances, LED lights, inverter type air conditioners. Practice energy conservation habits. Turn off unused devices. Improve insulation in buildings to reduce heating or cooling losses. Maintain and upgrade machines for better performance. Encourage renewable energy use to lower dependence on fossil fuels. Number formulas now. Energy consumption, E is equal to power times T. And then number 2, heat loss through conduction. Walls, roofs, windows. So Q is equals to K times A times the temperature inside minus the temperature outside times T over D. So Q there is the heat loss in joules. K is the thermal conductivity of material in watt per meter per degree centigrade. A is the area, surface area in meters squared. T inside minus T outside, the temperature difference. T time in seconds, D thickness of material. Number 3, heat loss through convection. Windows, doors, and gobs. So Q is equals to H times A times T inside minus T outside times T, where H is the heat transfer coefficient in watt per meter squared per degree centigrade. Number 4, electrical energy loss in watts. The joule heating, and the lost power is equals to I squared times R. P loss is the power loss due to resistance in watts, and I current in amperes, R resistance of the wire in terms of ohms. Number 5, efficiency of energy use. Eta is equals to useful energy output over the total energy input times 100%. Practice problem. Number 1, heat loss through walls. A classroom has walls with a total surface area of 120 meters squared. The average temperature inside is 25 degrees centigrade and the outside temperature is 18 degrees centigrade. The walls have an average thermal conduction of 0.8 watt per meter per degree centigrade and the thickness of 0.3 meter. Calculate the rate of heat loss through the walls. So given area 120 meters squared, the inside temperature 25 degrees centigrade, the outside temperature 18 degrees centigrade, the change in temperature 7 degrees centigrade. Thermal conductivity K is 0.8 watt per meter per degree centigrade. Thickness D 0.3 meter. Require the rate of heat loss Q dot in terms of watt. So, solution, use the conduction rate Q is equals to Ka delta T over D. Compute step by step. So, Ka, it's 0.8 times 120, 96. And then 96 times delta T, that is 96 times 7, 672. Therefore, the conduction rate is equal to 972 divided by 0.3. So the final answer is 2040. Okay, so we will be having a second part of this. Thank you, everyone.